Welcome to the Christian Reich.
You drove over the fence, you're gonna fix it. Prince of Darkness in the house, smoking some bad stuff for your health. Bitch, this track is smoking. Fuck what you heard, I'm out. And mariachi, stepping over the bodies. Arrivederci. This stuff will make you float. I got my packages from Greece, who lit up the DMT. Churches in the fucking ruckus. These bitches are tripping. Hot fire, this track's blazing. The world is on fire. I'm cracking whips. Meta war with the leather corset. Medico Amazon steps. Merla Venus. Bacchus is fire. Merla Venus. Bacchus is fire.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is Initiating Apocalypse, and I just want to say how nice it is to see everybody back. I want to say that we've got, I probably should, I don't know, maybe apologize or something, but I want to say we've got a different camera, and it's not like we went out and we bought a new camera. No. This is just one that we had before we had this one. That's all. And I think we probably could have been using it the whole time. So look what we did, people. We found a converter in the back of the Falcon, and we managed to blow up our system. This is great. This is perfect for a night like this, a special night like this. I've got some goodness for you. Oh my goodness. And by the way, people, I just want to say, beautiful email responses. Absolutely gorgeous. Just like you've given me just an entire field. I feel like it's just all flowers. It's just all flowers. I'd like to go out and walk in the flowers. Oh God, they're gorgeous. Lots of reasoning. I keep saying it over and over again. Life experience and reasoning and waking up. Oh, God. And then there's the dreaming. Oh, look what we're doing, people. We're dreaming as well. Isn't that fun? I love it. As a matter of fact, I want to start off tonight before we even sit down and the folks get here with our seats for the gorgeous evening meal that we're going to have together. I want you just to consider this concept. I'm springing this on you, congregation. Outside the doors to the restaurant, the transdimensional restaurant that we've come to. Why did you think I was all dressed up? Did you think I was all dressed up for no reason? Oh my God. There's got to be a reason. Yes, of course there will be spankings. Thank you for mentioning. Who mentioned that? That was a lot. Eliva, maybe? Eliva. Sorry for the mispronunciation, but oh God, you're right. Let's get the whip. Is this? I think we're finally there. I think I finally achieved some sort of balance. I just got this funny feeling. Kind of deep low, you know what I mean? It's not quite mid-riff, a little bit lower. You know what I mean? Just it's like a humming. Oh God, I think it was the whip finally. Right? Do I look like it now? Do you understand? Do you understand? Oh God, that cup is right. Where's the cup coming, people? Here's the treat before we go into the restaurant. In all seriousness, I want you to get something nice. Chewy, can you edge up the very first? Yeah. People, look at this gorgeous word. Look at this gorgeous word. I offer this to you. Right? This is one word in ancient Greek. Inupniastria. Inupniastria. She who dreams. Oh. Isn't that gorgeous? And look, it's a title of a book, an entire book called She Who Dreams. Oh, God. Are we almost there? People, look, I took you right in. I mean, at this rate, we should just go back. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. Let's have a nice dinner, right? I prepped and I made and I told my chef to get it ready. And here we are. So let's put this to work, people. Oh, God, Chewy, I have to say, look at the art tonight. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, that's fantastic. It's educational. It's educational, people. It's why we're able to hang around here at Lady Babylon, because everybody knows the education here is what you're really coming for. Give me the dope. Give me the dope. Chewy, give me the slide, please. Fantastic. Keep me up. People, I want to bust tail and get there right away, because what we're talking about tonight, we're talking about Hebrew worship. Tonight is the conclusion of our two-part series on Hebrew worship, right? And I want to dive into the Septuagint. It's this gorgeous thing. Nobody ever really reads this Greek, people. I'm telling you, if they did, they would never come up with the terrible, crazy ideas they do. They're so stuffed with late theology from lunatics. When you go back to the text, people, it's just raw. Are you ready? We're talking about priests here. We're talking about Aaron. We're talking about Moses and Eleazar. And what's happened, just to catch you up, there was a coup. A whole bunch of people got together and said, you know what? We can see God just fine. We've got our own way. There's been a coup of this group of travelers out in the desert. They're pirates. They are pirates. Oh, God. What happens? This is where we pick up in the story, because God has just kicked everybody's backside, man. He took them all out. These pirate wars, baby. Where are we? We're stuck with Abraham. And his pirate wars. Do you remember Sodom and Gomorrah? I wanted to take you back there for just a minute. I know, Chewy. Chewy doesn't like that sector. Right? Why? It's the way it is. Here, take my daughters. That is a biblical quote. Fantastic. I should insert some kind of sacrifice to the great Henry Cavill. No, it's too early. Okay, I got that off the agenda. Thank you. If I don't do that every night, people, Chewy gets upset. And I don't like Chewy not to be upset. You know what I mean? Because this is all her show anyway. And so what happens, dude? These guys get totally consumed. They're carrying around these purea halka. Right? And what are they? They have a substance in them that the people were burning. That God is telling us now, you go out there and all that burned up friddle fraddle, you pick up those sensors, right? You take them with you, but the contents of those, that is topur to allotrion. That is the fire that is foreign. Do you understand? This is the way of Moses. All right. And there's been an uprising because their drugs work just as good. The instructions here are to take the stuff that they were burning and for which God killed them all, right? pirate? Did you just wake up, people? The cross. What do you think the cross stands for? Oh, God. It's okay. Look. Oh, it looks kind of good right there. What do you think the cross stands for, people? It's going to cover a multitude of sins. Do you understand? If you're a pirate, dude, you've got to exist within their own native world. And here they're picking up the censors of these people that just got roasted. And he says, take that stuff that they've got in their burning and get rid of it. Right? Get rid of it. Why? Because remember, people, we are in a cult. Monism is a cult. It's not a cult, it's a cult of a cult. Do you understand? The mysteries are active cults, and from the mysteries spring Judaism, Christianity. They are cult children of the mystery. Oh, God, it's absolutely gorgeous. And here they get caught with the drugs, right? And what's the big... This is where, by the way, people, where is this from? I'm sorry. Do I talk to you in a way that is not linear? I do. And we're going to see the term for that tonight. But, hang in there. Thank you for hanging in there, I guess I should say, because we always get to it. So I want you to see in the book of Numbers, you're going to find a rebellion by a group of people. And these aren't just any people. These are sophisticated people. These are called people with names. That's the expression. And it's basically saying you have gotten somewhere, that you are recognized. You're given a name. Right? It's almost like you activate your name. Does that make sense? There's a lot of that. There's giants. Oh, people, there's giants in this gloriousness. Didn't you know that in the Septuagint? Nobody ever reads the Bible, right? But there are giants there, right? Who are those giants? Those ones that we talked about, that they're really ahead of their time. The dudes know the drugs, dudes and dudettes. They know the drugs, man. They know the science. They know the music. Oh, God, they know the tech. Very advanced, right? Good stuff. Have you been taking the arrow poison? Do you know what I mean? That's what I kept saying. Look at that. You echoed into my brain. How the hell was that? Larry. Why'd you just let Larry walk into my noggin like that? Oh, my God, Larry. To the next one. Where's the next one? Oh, people, I really want us to go right in tonight to the Judean cult, and I want to show you what it's full of. So this conspirator, right, is somebody who is the head of a group of distinguished people within their society. Okay? Leaders of the synagogue, that kind of thing, right? These are famous people who have made a name for themselves, and there's quite a few of them. And what do they want, Moses? They don't want you, and they don't want your God. They already have access. Thank you. Do you understand? They must have worshipped devils. I know. Somewhere. What's that old? There's an older, gentle lady. Martha, come here, Martha. This is for your butt. It takes that, Martha. It takes that. My God, man. Give me the next one. Oh, yes, go ahead. What's going on? There's a revolt, people, and the drugs are involved, and they have a necromantic communication through the telesterion. You say, what? Yes, I'm talking ancient Jewish cult. right? More properly, Hebrew, particularly Hebrew. I think that's the most proper because that's how the text referred to it, right? Fantastic. Remember when it said Hebrew is a pirate? Remember? Right? Trafficker in souls, right? They're not the only ones, right? Mediterranean. It's a place for it. Sorry. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. Give me the next source. Oh, it is. Oh, we're in one of those slow zones. For everybody who appreciated the fast internet that we had for this last couple of days in our opening portals, thank you very much for your this Babylon. And what am I here to show you, people? Look, this is Aaron again. What happens when you get in these groups of these priests? One side starts making a faction. They are diagongudzete, right? What does that mean? Look at that. Look at that word. Take off the front of that. Greek students, dia. Take off the prefix. Look at gongudzo. What is that? Oh, that's a nice word. That's a nice word. It means something like to murmur in a way that causes division. Ah, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Oh, it's kind of interesting because that's what they have to deal with. Go back. I wanted you to see that. These are priesthoods fighting, and the drugs in the cult are part of it. That's why when the followers of Korah get absolutely juiced, I mean, they just get cosmically rendered. You know what I mean? It's just fantastic. But when, in order for that to happen, we have to have a righteous drug off. And no, it's not funny. Why would you laugh about that? It's not funny. It's not funny, Chewy. It's not funny at all. Righteous drug off, right? Now, remember, how did we get here to this party? Give me a second. I just came in. Oh, fantastic. So the righteous drug off, right? That's what we're getting to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take members of each of your clans, and I'm going to take a rod, and I'm going to put that rod overnight in a sacred place in that telesterion. It's going to become like, well, let's just say an antenna for the voice of Yahoo. Do you understand? Everybody cool with that? I mean, we're all sleeping over anyway, so that's awesome. Everybody take your rods, put them in. Now in the morning, one of those rods is going to bloom. And the one that blooms is the one that Yahoo is using to tell you who he wants to put in charge. Isn't that great? What a way to go. What a way to go. It's a lie. It's not really, it's definitely Mediterranean necromancy. Right? And it's definitely, you can see why they're messing around with the snakes and everything, right? They've got that Mediterranean drug thing going for sure. For sure. And it's really ridiculous that everybody missed this. There's so much drugs. My God, man. Oh, God. Try tracking down every reference to a drug in antiquity. It's just like Mr. Rogers. Don't you like that? It's good to see you, everyone. It's good to be here. Oh, God. This is lovely. Don't you love this? So where are we again, Amon? Let me tell you. We are out with a group of fanatic monists who are so steeped in drugs that they're hearing the voice of a dude named Yahoo. Do you have a picture or maybe a painting? Cave painting? No, these guys are always rocked. They are always rocked on the purple. Oh my God, are you kidding? No, I'm not kidding at all. There's a lot of Christing going on. Wait a minute. Interference. Can you feel it? Can you feel the interference? The narrative that I am telling you is coming to us from Hellenistic Greece. So it is marked with the fingerprints of the Greek words that were floating around at the time, not the Hebrew. Do you understand? Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh my God. Do you see how we're making progress, people? People out there, look. Okay, a lot of people have been noticing this. You go ahead and make me big. A lot of people have been noticing this. They were like, look, an actual professor from Haifa who does the history of the archaeology. This guy had to come out and say something that was so obviously wrong. There is nobody anywhere that can stand up and defend it. He stuck his neck out there as a professor, and he said something, and it, boom, it hit the ground, and just silence. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to explain. You know what they're trying to explain? The difference in technical proficiency of the words between the Greek and the Hebrew. It's way out. You know, the technical proficiency on the Greek side is, oh my God. Going through one definition. Oh God, how do they get from there to here? Oh, tune it a little bit. Oh, put it into harmony. And next thing you know, oh, you get it. Logos. Oh, boom. And then your brain wakes up and you change your pants. I don't care what gender. Put them in the washing machine. It's going to smell this place up. People, wash your pants. For the devil's sake, people, wash your pants. Right? That's the way it is. Damn straight, hail Aphrodite. Right? Oh, God. Doesn't it feel good to hail Aphrodite? Doesn't it feel good? Somebody needs a spanking for that. Let's go on, please. Do you know there's a lot of serious people right now that write me all the time and they say, and I love everything, but could you cut it with the spankings, the theatrics? What do I say to those people? I say, you need to understand something called reaching out. I'm going to reach out right now to all of you skeptics. I'm going to reach out right to you. And I know you're sitting there. And I know you love watching, but you don't like theatrics. Okay, right there on that special spot. Do you hear me? Here, I'm going to tell you it's going to happen. Here it comes. Are you ready? Here it comes. Does it tingle? I'm getting through. Couple more feet. Get out of the way, Grandma. It's how you drive it in. It's how you drive it in. What was in that bottle at Danny's? Let's keep going forward. Give me the next one. Oh, God, these are so gorgeous. This is real cult, baby. So what happens? Moses, when Korah comes to him, he's like, dude, we don't need your shit, right? I'm taking all the people who are famous and I'm taking them with me, and we got our own cult, baby, because we can see God just fine. He tells him that. So they have a drug off, and he says, get your own shit together. Smoke it. And what do I mean by smoke it? I'm talking incense, baby. I'm talking about carrying around a fumigator. A fumigator. The first time we have this attested is with Medea. After she Christs herself, she fumigates everyone else. Oh, God. Do you understand? This is late Bronze Age. Oh, God. What do we do? Don't worry. Don't worry. Odysseus' dad is called Booty. Booty Man. Right? Why? Because he's taking booty. You know, those were slaves killed at the end of the Odyssey. You remember? Oh, don't tell me that they deserved it. Oh, they really did. They deserved it. Right? Why? How do I know that? Because the virgin, never in anything that's Greek does the virgin sanction what is contrary to justice. Never. That's why she stays with us. That's why when you start questioning judges, you lose the support of that virgin. Yeah, because then you deserve it. You deserve what's coming. Isn't it more beautiful, people, to be in the pot when it's boiling? Isn't it more beautiful? Do you see it? Shout out to all the FBI and CIA brothers and sisters who fought the good fight for my ass. Thank you. And now you're fired. Now you're fired. You know what? You're always fucking heroes with me. Always. Congratulations. You stood for it. Yeah, fantastic. Let's see. Let's keep going. Isn't that nice, people? What are we looking for tonight? Oh, no, we got to go back to Moses. Because what does he say? People, we missed the climax there. You know what I mean? We went around, took a left, Albuquerque. Next thing you know, people, what happens? Moses, it says, Baruth. He's pissed. Svodra, really pissed. He says to the Lord, what does he say? Me prosheis eis ten thusian auton. Don't enter in to the incense sacrifice of those people. Do you understand? Don't enter into it. Don't activate it. You can only know Yahoo through this incense. And I don't think anybody's burning it. I really don't. Do you see what happens, people, when you look at the original cult and you realize, oh my God, my ancestors were huge druggies, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I want to tell you something, dude. I want to tell you something. There is honor. There is honor in advancing that which is given to us by the earth. Do you hear how many gods I am invoking? I'm invoking justice. I'm invoking earth. I'm invoking medicine. Do you understand? Oh God. If I had Medea with her guitar and she could, oh God, it's no wonder we fight for her song that's written on the fleece. Oh God. Phew. Oh, it's too. Are we close to a time in February when love is the thing? I think we are. Chewy, I think we are. Do you know when all the dithyrambic processions in honor of Dionysus, do you know when those are all performed? Yeah, guess what, people? We're contemporary to our ancestors bringing you the first Christ. Yeah. So from this, the Judaism and Christianity both develop. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked me, how old, I think it needs to be pointed out, how old are the virgins in the Monist sect that believes virgins are the rewards of goody good guys? I think it's just guys, right? Do women get virgins? I don't think women get virgins. I think they have to become, I think it's something like that. Anywho, what did that have to do with anything? I think we were going towards eunuchs with that one. Oh my God. People say, why don't you ever talk about Islam? Because it's, besides just reading the Quran myself when I was in Turkey, because I thought this is a perfect time to read the Quran. And it was nice. Being in Turkey, I'm sorry, I got swept away. Oh my God, there was this gorgeous prostitute. Oh my God. I hope she found a way. Oh, anyway, let's get back to the text here. I'm drifting, right? Do you see the style? I'm going to give you the reason for this in just a second. It's almost like delving deeper into your brain, you pervert, because this is you. Hamartolon. What are you? This is from Hesychius and his lexicon, and he's defining himself. And you know what this person is? This is someone who will do things bad when they know they are bad. And they will use their brains, their cleverness, in order to achieve whatever means they have. Yeah. These are the people who will hoist the sacred phallus, point it at your face, and say, your greed stains your soul with a stench of ruin. God, I love it. He's watching us. Let's get going. People, I want to bring you a text. I want to bring you a little text tonight. I want you to notice highlighted here is the sinner that you are. The sinner that you are. Yeah, there you are. Oh, I hear you now. Oh, Daddy called you. Oh, what did he call you? Oh, those are bad words I shouldn't say on YouTube. No, I shouldn't. Why? Oh, because you were interested in, I see. And Daddy didn't want his little girl to become a you-know-what. How many years was, oh my God. Right? Do you understand? Did you get the acid thrown in your face? Oh no, I'm glad you didn't want an education. That was forbidden. Oh God. Savagery. What is this sinner? This is somebody who is a alastor. Now, the alastor is something precious to the Greeks. It means something like avenging spirit. Do you understand me? When you kill someone, and I'm talking, if you're out there and you can hear my voice, you know I'm talking to you. Yeah, that's right. When you have killed someone, you create an alastor, an avenging spirit. And that avenging spirit is constantly, always, eternally around you. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, God, the seers can see them. Do you understand? Is that gorgeous? Is that gorgeous? Give me those definitions back. Give me those. Oh, God. Now, you're hearing what is the original. You're hearing what is the language that is authentic, right? That's why it's grabbing you. It's delicious because it's authentic. Yeah, good. So when you kill someone, you create this fate for yourself. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you enjoy it as your soul rots. Do you understand there are those of us who are on the side of the Furies? Do you understand cowardice? It's pure cowardice, people. Watch this. These are the people, and he's just going to talk about wandering. I want you to look. These are, here's a scholia on Homer's Iliad. Here's a lexicon underneath that, right? Another one underneath that. And look what we've got going on here, people. We're talking about the murderer, dude. That's the one who's worthy of that wandering with that ghost. And look at the third line. Look at the very first word. Planasthai. That plan or plain root is what we get with the wandering stars. Do you remember the wandering stars? All right. Do you hear how we've come inside the cult now? And we're looking at the world. We're inside the tent and we're seeing things outside the tent. So they're a little bit obscure, but we're looking directly through the tent, you sinners. We're looking directly through it. This is the heart of Hebrew cult that is built by, where's the name? Where's the name of Abraham? Where'd it go? There it is. That is built, right, by this individual who, by the way, raised an army, right, in order to get his loot back. Right, what kind of loot did they take? They took, among other things, his nephew. They're gonna make him hook. You thought old Lot sitting there at the gate. What'd you think he was doing? Having a Bible lesson? What was he doing? Reading his Torah? Oh God, what does this say, people? Abraham toy pirate. Did you hear that little bit of the at the end there? You should vocalize that. You should still hear it, just a little bit, just a nuance in the voice. Just as you push it, it's right at the end of the word here, right to its climax, right? As she's screaming, you get that little just raise there, right? Boom. That's the vowel. Just the she vowel, right? Oh, God. It's singing, people. I'm telling you, the people who are using this language are the freaking rock stars. They're the musicians, and this stuff is coming through. This is the first reference you're ever going to get historically to who Abram was. And it says here he is a pirate. Yes, and if you will chase that down, as we all have, you'll find that is that wanderer on the sea of commerce where humans are trafficked, human souls. Somebody sent me it's a legal document about a dude who's getting in trouble because he doesn't pay his proper levy or tax or whatever for slaves, right? And he's got one that, he apparently jerked around with and didn't report and all that kind of stuff. Anywho, they describe it. Yeah, they describe it as a dude as a lay stays, you know what I mean? In general contempt, with great contempt. I looked at the Greek. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, don't believe anything in any of the fucking notes. Read the Greek. See what the Greek says. But it's all about, he got busted for not paying the tax on this slave, right? So, eunuchs, anyone? By the way, nobody's bothered to tell me yet what we can do with eunuchs. Oh, I'm sorry. That was portal opening. Give me this next one. People, do you know who we're supposed to be aware of? The Austeris Planetae. Where is this from? It's not just from the Bible. We're talking about the wanderers who are the stars. Remember? How many does the morning star hold in his hand? Does he have those 7 stars? Oh, God. Do you understand that musicians' drive is a drive to heal people? Let me just tell you something sacred I've just learned recently. This is, right out of my experience. That was just gorgeous. When I learned this, I just about needed a diaper, which doesn't always have to be a bad thing. You know what I mean? Music and its capacity is at the heart of all of the magic. Right? It's like a form of physics that only somebody who's in tune, you know what I mean, that they're able to dig into. I love it. I love it because I'm so musically uninclined. Right? Did you get? Oh God! All right, let's go to the next one. This is okay. This is gonna blow your mind. Remember, people, this is cult, and we're in the middle of the cult. Where are we going? We are on the road of Cain. We are on the road of Cain. Give me the next. And the road of Cain. What kind of road is that? Here's Peter, right? Right? You got to recognize, he says, right, that, in that final event, it's going to come on us, those final days, that eschaton, right? You got to realize that there will be those who question your ass and who advocate for walking according to their own desires. For living, I should say, instead of walking. Oh, I almost hit it. The French judge, 9.5. Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have said, yeah, pureo omenoi. That's more like, living out your life. How are you going to live your life? According to your epithumia. What is your epithumia, people? Oh, God, did you see her? Did you see her? I was standing there just for this illustration. She just woke up and put on her jeans, and the sun, just her jeans, and the sun came streaming through. Golden. It's the only way to describe it. It was golden. And when it hit her hair, oh, I knew. It was for this that I had been brought into this world. Nay, Alon, it wasn't just for this that you had been brought into this world. It was through this that you had been brought into this world. As a matter of fact, all of us got there the same way. Oh, God. Isn't that gorgeous? It starts with her image. It starts with her image. That's how you know you've got the devil, right? Why do you think the devil did what he did for Eve, right? A full third of them. We're going to look at fallen angels here. You think I'm joking? People? We're looking at sources, and what are they saying? They're saying these fallen angels. Put up one of those fallen angels, please. Right? Give everybody a run for their money. Let's put up some insecurity here. Hey, gents, what do you think of this beefcake? Right? Look at him. He's a fallen angel. Can't you tell? Oh, God. Here we go. Let's look into the those giants got to come from somewhere. Do you understand? When you burn off the mortality of Achilles, right, this is not something that one very select group is doing. We have records of this same practice in different lines of different heroes. Do you understand? But it's always those heroes. Why? Because that's what mommy wanted. Mommy didn't want you little freak. She wanted a hero. And so she had your mortality burnt off in a parallel universe, squib. And she had it burned off. Okay. You mean I can live up to my potential? Think about it. Oh, God. People, let me just put this to you for a second. All this Greekery, all of the crazy polypharmaceutical stuff, and all the drugs, all the ritual. Oh, God, the virgin sacrifice, the oracular inspiration, the baptisms. Oh, my God. I have seen a 10-year-old cut off his testicles from an ancient text while an audience watched him and applauded. They applauded. They what? They applauded. You don't understand that because you are suffering the Monist virus. It doesn't matter that you haven't joined the group. Welcome to the Christian Reich. Yep. Give me the next. Let's go on. That was a little bit. Look, people, can I tell you something fun? No, this is that was the last one. Give me the next one. People, look at this. Yeah, right? What is that? It's a jest. It's a mocking. It's a delusion. Do you know what the Antichrist injects? The Antichrist injects a delusion to counter the Christing image. The reason that the dithyramb is what it is because I am allowed to mock. If I cannot mock, then there is no justice. If I cannot mock monism, there is no justice. If I cannot mock one of the sects of some religion somewhere, I'm not free. And that's why you need the dithyramb. You always have to have the emperor surrounded by a group of people who yell at him how stupid he is, how ugly he is, how incapacitated he is because he spends all his time doing things that we all know are perverse. Sicko. And your mother was a sicko too. You understand? Why did they say that? Because she had intercourse with a goat. Where? At one of the parties, dude. Right? These are rich people, dude. The goats, right? It's part of the grotto service. Don't you know? Does anybody bring up Tiberius? Where's Tiberius, man? Ring him up. Boom, boom, boom. You can hear the band in the background. Throwing babies off of the woo history. Is anybody there with Tiberius hucking babies off the cliff, right? Down there into the grotto. Boom. Like you can hear him hit the rocks. Boom. This is history, people. You know what we staff those grottos with? We staff them with 10 to 13-year-olds. Why? Because that's what they're known for. It's what that grotto is. Right? What do you think the Cold War is? The bloom. We are harvesters of the bloom. And if that doesn't give you just a little bit of shivers, then nothing will. Go buy your condo. Go buy your condo. You see what it comes down to? It comes down to condos in Gaza. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, in the future, they can't tell the difference. That's why I'm hoping some of these get saved. I'm hoping they're able to get them up and say, look, when it was originally starting, people actually stood up for truth. Wouldn't it be nice to stand up for truth, where you had the whole idea again that if you don't tell the truth all the time, we're not going to support you. Truth, justice, and the American friggin' way. What happened to that? What happened to that? Oh, God. To all the heroes. Yeah, to all the heroes who give it. Greatest Generation says, we want our glory back. They called, right? They called me, right? Some of you, they're calling some of you. I know they are, right? People are talking about that now. Greatest Generation. What would they do? What would the Greatest Generation do? You don't need to say, what will Jesus do? Just ask, what would the Greatest Generation do? They sure as hell wouldn't be doing what we're doing now. No, they wouldn't. Any dude who'd have slapped a salute of a Nazi, there were people who went to war and castrated these. Do you understand? Oh, God. Right? David Mitchell. Thank you. Thank you, David Mitchell. You were that Jew kid from New York who went to give justice to those people. You're the people they put in the camps. They honor you. I know, because you're all in hell now, right? Which, don't get me wrong, right? That's where we all end up, right? If you can distinguish that from now, you're a better person than I am, or you're delusional. I don't know. Let's keep going. We had some great questions. The one thing I like about the new format during the week is that I'm able to interact more directly with you. So I'm sorry if I'm not doing that tonight, but I'm painting a picture for you, right? And we have these people who are going to jab us. That's all this is saying. Next, keep going down. This is Jude, and Jude is writing this epistle, right? And he's telling people, look, I want you to look out for certain people. What does he say here? Look at this, the first line. Notice it's the same word in Greek that we saw in the Septuagint. We're now reading Jude from the New Testament. Gongustai, right? Those people who were talking themselves into factions, right? Who does that? Monists do that. Check out a history. Compare sometime for yourself a history of Christianity and a history of Roman pagan rulership, and you're going to see some very striking differences, right? How can the Romans deal with so many different cults? Are you kidding? Bring them in. We have a history. We go to war just to bring their gods back with us. You know what I mean? Bring them all to Rome. God damn, pluralism. Holy mackerel. You know what that makes for? It makes for beauty, man. You can walk down the streets of Rome and you know Venus lives there. God. Do you know what I mean? They complain. Oh, we don't want what do the monists not want more than anything else? Let me just ask this. I'll take a break. What do the monists want more than anything else? They want to be free and clear of an image. They want to never have to behold the image. And it's odd. It's odd. What's that image? It is that pornography. It's the pornography. They know instinctively that that's the part of nature they can't beat, that they want it, and they want it bad. And some of them whose husbands can't, because when they look at it, they think, oh my God, shame and hamartoloi. That's what we are. Shame for what we do. Right? That saturation of that monist tendency to destroy the one image that keeps all of those other religions floating in the same space. The natural. What is more natural? What is more natural than getting it on? Nothing. Nothing, because that's our origin. Everybody, the snakes, right? We watched it on Danny. We watched that snake pornography. Those two snakes wound around each other. And all the other snakes watching that were like, I know, because we have 4 snakes. And they were watching and they were like, oh, God. Because that's how we all got here. The goat will always get you. The goat will always get you. It's a sacred, beautiful spring. The cup of Lady Babylon. Do you understand why it was so important? Why it was considered to be such a powerful thing? Yeah. Oh, God. The birthing of the mystery. Imagine the woman. Just stop for a minute. Imagine the woman of history who birthed this mystery, who engineered her body to become a vehicle for transmitting the human soul from this bound dimension to the Ion, so that that soul could see all beyond time. Oh, God. And how does she do it? She does it with her voice. Yeah, there are drugs involved and sex, and that's why idolatry means both to have sex and to worship. What did we miss? What a bunch of morons, man. What a bunch of morons. I bet it just opens up your brain. You know, we deserve it, people. We deserve it. We deserve this. Orange Hitler, we deserve the constant bombardment of the Constitution. We deserve it. We do. And it's the only good way to go, people, because quite frankly, anything outside of Tartarus was starting to be annoying. Because look, this is punishment. This existence, there's purgation going on. Who do you think's being purged? Oh, God. Oh, God. People, they didn't see it coming. I don't know why. The intelligence services, I don't know why you guys didn't catch this one. I think you probably did. I think you probably knew it was coming, but you didn't know how to handle it. I'm sorry, gents and ladies. Still, sexy service, and thanks for stopping all of those bad people from doing bad things. So boneheads like me could sit on YouTube. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Fantastic. What does this say? Cersei, often associated with mystery cults. Esoteric knowledge appears as a regal figure, possibly holding one libation, both surrounded by figures of various. That's nice. I love that. Nice description. Remember, she's got a sex drug. What's the thing that she forces Odysseus to do right away when she realizes he's on some kind of antidote? What's she do? She says, we got to go have sex right now. Right? Why? Because everything is primed and he's not being overcome. Right? He's not entering into that comatose, artificially stimulated phase that they put him into when they initiate them. She's got a little variation of it. It's brilliant. And when you think about it, if you're one of these women who are figuring out, say, look, people, just put yourselves in the shoes of these women, please. Please, ladies, just guys, sit down for a minute and just watch. Ladies, put yourselves in the position of one of these women. You have eunuchs, and you can do things with the eunuchs, whatever you want. It involves a lot of training, right? Just like any other living being, they can be trained, right? And you can really make something out of them. Now, one of the things that a lot of women decide to make is the eunuch sex machine, right? Somebody who's not going to be able to impregnate you. You've taken away that capacity. But they had already formed sexual instincts, right? They had developed pubertally and had come through and had a sex drive already. So the castration doesn't, all you're doing is okay, Okay, they're not going to get any more of that man juice, right? So they're going to feminize a little over time. But that's also promoting the captivity. You know what you can do? You can train these boys and send them out and sell them. You can train them and you can send them out and sell them. You can put them on the market. And it doesn't stop with just boys, right? It doesn't stop there. Yeah, no. You can do it to men, full-grown men, baby. Full-grown men. Turn them into your monkey chat. You understand? You don't need to hear them. You know what I mean? Oh, God. What kind of instinct? What kind of instinct comes out? Now, if you try to get off on your taxes, the authorities are going to catch you at different times. If you're living under the Roman eyes, they're watching. You're going to get in trouble. Right? Oh, God. Has nobody ever engineered? I guess we don't think about that. I'm sure the traffickers actually do. I'm sure that, I mean, of course, every pimp has some kind of hook. You know what I mean? Pimps aren't dumb, right? They know how it works. So when Mary, the mother of God, gets overcome by Yahoo and a little purple fingers hatch the Son of God, you've got to realize that your religion is no different from human trafficking, drugged beauties. Yeah, because remember, Mary's not there because she's not perfect. Right? Do you think the oracles, they have really high standards, right? The oracles, this really shocked me when I learned this. Freckles for the oracles, no freckles. I was like, seriously? Why? Because the freckles will be asymmetric. You'll throw off the purity. And then Apollo's going to be like, what? What? I'm not giving her anything. Nope. Can't be a vessel. Freckles. When I learned that, I was like, oh, look at the mind, how the mind is working. All right. First of all, they're engineering people. Do we have a problem? No, they're engineering people. Oh, God, I got lost there in a discontinuity. Give me that one. Throw that up here. Let's get back grounded, people. Look at that one. I wish we'd see it. I love these graphics. Have you changed? Do you have another one? Do you have another mat? I want people to see your work. This is Chewy's work, people. And I know you've been saying great things. I want us to appreciate, though. Okay. God, we'll get there. Let's finish up with some key points of interest. You know what? Go down to here. I want to do these backwards. Go ahead. Oh, right when we got it. Okay. Here we go. People, I'm sorry. Don't you love my absent-mindedness? People, everybody's talking about eternal life. Are any of these idiots that you and I have been looking at in these cults, are any of these people talking about eternal life? No, they are not. Here's the expression for what is lasting forever. Ay Dios. Okay, just the front of it. The root is a, right, or I. And okay, there it is. When they talk about what you are translating as eternal life is Ionic life. Right? And the fact that there are multiplicities of ions. That's why it doesn't make sense when they say from the ions to the ions. You don't get it because you think that's eternity. Right? Can you have an eternity in a multiplicity? Oh, people, where did you learn your geometry? It's amazing. They didn't give you a guitar. Look what happened to your brain. I think your head is small. I think your head is small, Timmy. Did you ring Timmy? I think Timmy has a small head. Oh, God, I love those demons. Give me the one up. Give me the one up from the one we just... Did we give that a good looks over? Yeah, okay, look, here, people. I want to make sure you got Andromache tonight. Why? I don't care. Beauty. We need a little bit of beauty. And people traditionally read these lines in a very negative way. In a very negative way. No, what does it say? It says Andromache, she says it is a terrible thing that we have an antidote to the snakes and all the wild creatures. It's given to us by one of the gods, right? This thing works on that fire of the echidna. But despite all that, nobody has found, up to this point, nobody has ever found a cure for lady venom. Nobody has found a cure for lady venom. There is a power. There is a power in her that is the captivating, soul-destroying venom. Because when you find your purpose, if it's in the 3rd grade or when you're 99, when you find that purpose, you dissolve. You dissolve who you were. Do you understand? That's why it's talked about as a marriage. That's why it's talked about as a marriage. It's a union. Oh, God. Oh, God. Andromache, there is no cure for your toxin. Give it to me. Inject it in my veins, baby. Give it to me. Who else? You people, you satanic congregation, you know you want that twice as much as I do. I don't think that's possible. I'm getting there first, right? I'm getting there first. No, that's it. That's it. When everybody goes, time changes. You're outside in the ion, and all of a sudden, that all becomes simultaneously. I win. Get out. Give me the next one. You too, Chewy. You can be number 2. Give me the next one up. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, that was. Give me the next one. People, a little vocabulary to keep you going in the Hebrew cult, right? Remember that Hebrew is the pirate, right? So the pirate cult, right? What is this? This is what we're going to have to switch sects for. SECTS. We're going to have to switch our sect. We're going to go from Yahoo to Aphrodite. Okay, why? Because of this, the aselgeia. This is licentiousness, wanton. Oh, it's even violent. Little spanky in there. Wanton spanking. Oh, God, don't you love it? If you can't have wanton spanking, then you are missing out. And I don't care, brother or sister, because this is life and it's fucking beautiful. Oh, God. Give me one more touchdown. I think we did it. I think we did it. Oh, no. Yeah, we can save these for later. I have great. Just look at the bottom line, people. Just look at the bottom line. You see one ion on one side, and you see into the mini ions on the other side, and then you see my name stuck there on the end. Amen. Right? It's the same root. Yes, it's the name of Amen. And why do you put Amen at the end of your imprecation if you're a Christ? Because Amen drives her, the oracle. Thank you very much for coming tonight. I will see you tomorrow if you want to just sit in the public square and talk public square things. Thank you. Reporting from the front. Hail Satan.
But for what they keep doing to the children, she taught me in the craft. Creed of the assassins, chocolatier, caramel, sugar skull, maple syrup, beluga caviar, the venoms, flowers from the trees, and purple seashells for the monsters in their dreams. In a land with the second son of Mordor, Atlantis is rising. Urania, Skutha, Metawa,